Hi, so my name is Dylan, and I'm going to start this channel as pretty much to kind of show my progress, I guess, kind of, as well as kind of show more of the backyard side of the car enthusiast instead of being the what everybody sees, like a lot of the bigger names where they have money they can throw at everything, and basically they can build an entire car in three days. I'm going to show more of the average Joe that enjoys this kind of stuff, i.e., me. And so I just kind of want to show a lot more of the backyard techniques, a lot more of the build it yourself, something that people can watch and go potentially do on their own, i.e., kind of like how-to videos and pretty much anything kind of car related. Whether it being building a race car or going out watching races and participating in races. But also on top of that, bear with me, this is the first time I've kind of done anything like this, so I'm young, I'm trying to get out there, trying to try new things. So that's kind of where I'm going to attempt to make my footprint in this world. I don't expect a whole lot out of this kind of stuff. I'm really just doing this kind of for fun, and I'll just kind of go from there. So yeah. And with that being said, sorry about it being bright as all get out here. This is my 1989 RX-7 FC convertible. Now, I picked this car up not too long ago. It has a good bit of issues. There's a lot of body damage, like we can see right there. Somebody dinged in the door on that side, as well as on this side, right over there. And there's also some front end damage. There's somebody that was hit somewhere on this side. You can see this fender's all popped out. There's interior work that needs to be done. Like, you can see the seats are trashed. There's missing miscellaneous little trim pieces here and there. But overall, it's a decent platform for what I plan on doing with that. And that's kind of where I'm going to get into. So when I got this, it was bone stock. There was nothing aftermarket on this vehicle at all. Not even coilovers or anything. Like, you can probably still see, yeah, those are still, that's all still stock suspension, stock wheels, stock everything. And I plan on building this to being daily / race car / whatever the heck I decide to do with it. And so, kind of starting on the exterior, I'm going to start off with first off fixing both doors, getting those nice, pristine, looking good. And there's small little dents here and there, like on the hood and here and there. Also, my tail lights, they're broken here. This one's good. That one's just a little broken right there. And so I have a set of, so if you know anything about RX-7s, especially the FC, there's different generations. And the FC, you have an S4 and an S5. This is S5, as you can see by the taillights. The taillights have 3 circles. I have a set of S4 taillights, which I prefer better, that I'm going to convert into work here. Those, it's, from what I've read, it's pretty straightforward swap. There's a few little odds and ends that I need to do, like gaskets and such. And then I'm also going to make my own carbon fiber trunk. I want to learn how to do that kind of stuff. I'm watching videos and experimenting on my own to try and figure that out. But I plan on doing a carbon fiber trunk, as well as I'm going to, what a lot of people don't like, and I'm going to replace the top, the fabric top. I'm going to make my own full carbon fiber top. I'm going to make it removable. I'm going to keep the glass in the back and all that. I just want to do a full carbon fiber top that I can remove, because I love the convertible. I love it. It's amazing. It works great. Like, everything works amazing. The only issue is right here. There's a tear that goes all the way through, and it leaks. So it's kind of irritating. I mean, it's a very small leak, so it's tolerable. I can figure something out to fix it, but I like the look of carbon fiber tops, especially like Miata carbon fiber, even fiberglass tops to replace their convertibles. I love them. I love them to death. And so that's kind of it for the body. I also have a guy who I sold one of my old RX-7s to that had a carbon fiber Turbo 2 style hood, and I still have access to it, and so I'm going to take it and make a mold out of it to make my own carbon fiber hood for it. As well as far as paint wise, I want to be a nuisance to people, and I want to do a Midnight Purple 3 with a medium gold flake to it, as like you see on like R32, 33, and 34 GTRs, like that color, because I think it's amazing. I always have. And so that's going to get me into the next there it is. The next big thing for this is toasty. Come on. Engine. It had rotary. Rotary ran like crap because it had a. Thank you. Let's just break stuff. Anyways, it had a blown cooler jacket on all three, or I guess would have been all four iron faces. And so it still ran and drove. It smoked like a mother. Every time I started, I got the fire department called on me. So I'm just going to I was going to eventually, well, at first, try and fix it if it was fixable, thinking, because at first I thought it was just the coolant seal itself, but it ended up being the actual metal on the irons itself. I could have jerry-rigged it to make it work, but I started looking into more options, and that comes to, walk over here, this motor right here. This is a 2JZ GE VVTi out of a, I think this one was out of a 2004 IS300. I got it for trade for the rotary because he wanted to swap the rotary into like a Miata or something like that, which I thought was pretty rad. But if you can see, it's kind of sitting outside because I found a lot more issues with that block than I could fix. And so I told him about it, and he was like, well, I kind of feel bad about it, but also on top of that, I got a bunch of random scrap parts pretty much from that. And so once I figured out the block was bad, I started looking at more options. I was going to do an SR20 swap onto it. Then I started looking more, and I realized the prices on them, and I couldn't do it. That brings me into this. This is another 2JZ GE VVTi out of another 2004 IS300. I picked the block up at LKQ, or I guess pretty much a scrapyard, for a couple $100 because I'm pretty much making this more of a budget build, because I'm not going to sit there and throw a bunch of money at it that I don't have. And so I picked the block up for a couple $100, and then I have this head that I actually got from a guy that did a complete service on it. Valves, everything. Like, these are brand new camshafts, cam caps, everything. I think the only thing on the head itself that I'm reusing is the VVTi solenoid that I got off of another head that was good, because the one I got on this head didn't come with a solenoid, but I know it has a turbo on it right now. It's not going to be turboed at first. When I first get the motor in the car, it's going to be NA, and I'm going to keep it. Would you stop? Sorry, dogs. I just lost all train of thought. Oh, so it's going to be NA. Like, I'm not going to plan on pushing a bunch of crazy horsepower out of it for a little bit until I get the money to build it properly. And so it's going to be NA. I have all the intake and everything for it. Excuse mess. I'm a single guy that lives alone. That's a car guy. You get car parts everywhere. But that's kind of the plan with this. And so my plan is it's going to be IS300 2JZ GE VVTi. It still has the VVTi connecting rods and all that, and so they have the weaker rods in them, which is why I don't plan on boosting it at first. And even at first, I'm going to boost it without doing the rods, because rods are a lot of money, quite frankly. But that's just, like I said, that's just kind of where I'm at with that. I'm also going to get an adapter plate to go to an RX-8 transmission that I can find pretty cheap, because I know a bunch of guys around here that have them, that are just trying to get rid of them. And so I figured I'll just made it up to this and make everything just simple. But like I said, that's kind of my plan with that. It's going to be 2JZ GE with RX-8 transmission. I'm also going to go with a, what was it called? The ECU Masters. I'm going to go with the Classic Edition because it's cheaper than the black. And it's not a whole lot of upside from what at least the normal eye can tell, to going with the black. And I'm going to make my entire wiring harness myself. I haven't done that before, so I'm just learning the progress. I also plan on tuning it myself. I'm going to teach myself how to do it, trial and error style. That's how I've always done it. So I'm going to continue to do it. I like doing that. Yeah, I break a lot more stuff, but it is what it is. Car guy stuff. You break stuff, you replace it, you have fun. That's kind of my plan with that. I'm waiting on motor mounts to get here so I can get the block in the car. Everything's almost ready on the block. The only thing I have to finish up is the crank pulley bolt is seized in there, and so I'm trying a few different ways to try and get that out without breaking more stuff. That's the only thing left on the block that I need to do. I have all the rebuild kit and all that kind of stuff ready to get it put all back together and ready to go, ready to rip. And so once that is done, I can then get it in the car. And so hopefully that comes here decently soon. I don't think that it'll be anything super fast, because like I said, I still work a full-time job. I work on it when I can. And like I said, this is something I want to have fun with, and I want to kind of grow a community around it to teach other people, in my eyes, how the car community should be. We're all helping each other. We're all having a good time. Granted, not everybody's going to have the same views on everything. And like I said, a lot of my views, a lot of people are not going to agree with. And that's okay. Everybody in this world has to realize that nobody's the same. And sorry, I'm just kind of going off in rants. If you can tell, I go everywhere. I can never keep on one task. I have really bad ADHD and all of that kind of stuff. It's fun, but this is how I cope with a lot of my stuff, and I want to bring you guys along with me. I'm gonna try and put up videos as often as I can. I can't give you a guarantee like, oh, you'll get 2-3 videos a week or 1 video a week. I can't even guarantee that, because like I said, I work. I have to build up the money, I have to accumulate the money over time to fund this. So with that being said, I love this car. RX-7 FCs have been my dream car. It all started a couple years ago. A good buddy of mine had one, and I didn't know what they were. And he had an 87 RX-7 that had transmission issues, and we swapped the transmission, and as soon as we got that done, he let me drive it, and I fell in love immediately. And I've had a couple here and there, and this is the one I really want to plan on being my forever car. I do not plan on getting rid of this car. I have a lot of plans for this car. Like, one of my big plans is I want to take these wheels, because I love the original BBSs. I think they look amazing on them. And I'm going to take them and get them made into 3-piece wheels, do some like nice good tires on it and all that good jazz, some good suspension, and make this like a track car, daily car, all around just fun. Make something reliable, something I can count on, something I can get in, turn the key, it's going to start, and I can go rip around on it. I can pull it back and be just fine. So that's kind of my plan. And like I said, I'm very new to this YouTube thing. I'm gonna try it out and see how it goes. I hope to bring you guys along for the ride. I doubt anybody's probably gonna watch this video, but you never know. I'm more of a glass half full kind of guy. And as well as, if you guys want to know, this is my Great Dane. His name is Scoobert Dude the Second. I love this dude to death. I've had him for a while. He's about a year and a half old. As well as I have this little girl over here. Her name's Riley. She's a little border collie. She's everything. What are you chewing on? Why are you chewing on stuff? Anyways, but yeah. If anybody watches the video and want to let me know kind of your comments or anything else, I mean, let me know. Like I said, if anybody reads, well, not reads, but watches this, let me hear some feedback. Let me see what you guys think about it. I'm also going to go through, and I know how to weld-ish. I took classes back in high school about it, and so I'm going to weld my full exhaust myself. I plan on doing everything on this vehicle on my own. I don't plan on outsourcing anything, even as far as down to I'm going to reupholster the seats all myself. They make kits for them for all of like the leather and such, because these ones are beat. From what I can tell, a lot of the foam is still good in here, sort of, kind of, but so I figured, I might as well try it, right? It doesn't hurt to try. And I also plan on doing a full sound system in here, because I still have factory radio. The factory radio works. I'm probably going to, because this is just pretty much just a cover for the spare tire. And so I'm going to probably take this out and make a battery box that fits in here. Well, not battery box, a sub box that fits in here. Focus, there we go. Make a sub box that fits in here, so I have some good bumps, as well as the sound speaker, the head drive speakers. I want to get these working. I'm probably going to upgrade them because they do work. They work kind of bad, but like I said, I'm planning on upgrading them and making this car just as great as possible. I also plan on doing AC in the car, creature comforts, stuff like that, as well as like I'm still looking for like miscellaneous little trim pieces here and there, like this little guy's, the plastic on it's broken. Everything in here works, it's just the plastic is broken. But like that's kind of what I plan on, since I got this car for a good deal, a great deal for what it is. I mean, it's original all black interior, the more, I guess, desirable or whatnot. But yeah, like I said, just kind of let me know what you guys think about this, if anybody watches this. But yeah, bear with me. This I plan on this. This is going to be a build that's going to take a while. This isn't going to be something that, next month it's going to be ready to rip on the road, all that. This is definitely going to be a work in progress. And I want to bring you guys along for the ride to show you guys how the average Joe can build a car. Because I'm nobody special. I have no amazing certificates or degrees or anything like that that tells me that tells somebody else that I can do this. And so I want to show everybody that you can do it no matter what. And this channel, like I said, it's going to be between me building this and going and doing, so I plan on taking this car also road racing and maybe a little drifting here and there. And so I want to bring you guys along for that ride. I also know a bunch of guys around here that are also building really cool cars of their own, and also enjoy participating in that sort of, and the same hobbies and such that I do. And I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride and all that. I enjoy that. I like having other people involved with what I do. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm sorry if the video quality is not that great. I'm recording it on my phone, and if it's kind of jumping back and forth between front camera and like looking at me and looking at everything else, I'm like getting used to it. Videos will be better no matter what. I know how to do light video editing and all that kind of jazz. And once I get it like a GoPro and stuff like that, I'll start doing like time lapses on me doing random stuff, because I think the next big project on this I want to do is I'm gonna strip the interior, not strip the interior, but I'm gonna take like the seats and such out so I can get those underway. To get those being reupholstered, I'm going to strip out the engine bay, paint it, make it look all nice and pretty, while I'm waiting on parts to get motor in here, waiting on transmission, ECU, and all that kind of jazz. So, I mean, I guess like, subscribe if you want. I mean, I'm not doing this for a whole lot of benefit. I'm doing it just to, I mean, show people the different sides of car enthusiast culture, pretty much. It's kind of where I'm at. So, like, subscribe. Have a good night.